I gotta focus.
Shit about.
I got 15 things going on. After 6 o'clock, I'm fine and dandy.
I'm dandy right now, motherfucker.
How dandy are you?
Dandy as fuck. As long as we're recording. We better be recording Oh So Fresh. I swear to God.
I only record the good shit, so this better be amazing.
Dude, it is always amazing because we are here. It is Tuesday, and you know what that means, motherfuckers. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm the host with no name.
I'm DJ Oh So Fresh, the one that is blessed to shit in your ear. There is no toilet paper up in this motherfucker, but I am shitting in your ear. Please use the sleeve of your sweatshirt to wipe it off because we are about to drop the bomb.
2 weeks to wipe the spread. Wait, no, that's not right.
Yeah, 2 weeks to wipe off the bullshit of this year. All I gotta say is hallelujah, hallelujah, like my name is Leonard Cohen, because we are back once again. I want you to make sure that you are donating and helping us out on Patreon, patreon.com/The Hype Podcast.
And you know what? If you aren't comfortable donating on Patreon, just hit me up, 503-776-0167. I'll give you my Venmo address. You can just send me some money directly.
If you hit me up, I'll give you his real address and you just drop the money off.
Don't be a Popovinsky. I don't give a shit if you knock on the door asking for the host with no name.
I don't know. What is the Popovinsky fee? I mean, how much money would you have to, you would have to guarantee me like $500 to just pop up in my fucking house. Just pop up. Like, woo, I'm here. Like, knock on my fucking door. $500. That is the fee. Hey, it may be whoring, but I'm whoring out of my own goddamn house. Shit. God bless America.
And that goes for you too, Joe. Don't be popping up at work. Don't be popping up at Oh So Fresh's house.
Oh, yeah, this motherfucker Joe, he was very happy we talked shit about him. Hey, Joe, once again, fuck you.
Joe, stay on Tinder, Joe.
And you don't even donate on Patreon, Joe. You swear you're a fan of the show. You know, I was coming on the show so I couldn't talk bad about you because you was some kind of man of integrity. You ain't shit, Joe. You have not put no money down on Patreon.
Listen, he's spending all his extra money on ChristianMingle.com, all right?
Joe is a happily married man.
That's what his
wife didn't like how we talked about him. Hey, wife, fuck you too.
Hey, you know what? She's gonna pray for you.
Hold on. I'm sorry. When I see you at the Christmas party, we're still friends. But hey, for the show, fuck you too.
She's going to pray for you, Oh So Fresh. And as a matter of fact, will you pray for me?
Oh, motherfucker, they all pray for me.
I need it. Listen.
You think this is a mantis? This is a mantis sanctuary. The way they fucking pray for me up in this bitch.
Listen, I need.
Oh, we ran out.
I need Joe and his wife to pray for me because. Okay, I'm just gonna recap last week.
Mantis sanctuary.
Yeah. I have to clear some shit up from last week. I was reading an article about the Tinder crimes, okay? That was not me. I did not get robbed on Tinder.
It sounded real. It sounded real. It sounded hella real.
Listen,
it sounded like you really was up there getting
it was as real as Alec Baldwin meant to shoot somebody. Well, that's not a good example.
So let me find the biggest douchebag on earth and say it was like them. But you know what fucked me up? I listened to the show back and it brought back memories. Because I was thinking, I'm back there, I'm thinking about the good old AOL days, or, you're hanging out and shit like that.
Fucking AOL, you're old.
I'm real old. I ain't real old. What you want to say? Give me a... I am super fucking old.
Are you older than Joe?
No, I'm not older than Joe. Joe is older than shit. Give me some applause because Joe is older than shit.
Didn't see that coming, did you, JoJo? Just had to bring it back around one time. Speaking of, what's your email address, Joe?
Oh, yeah. So I always ran into some interesting shit.
Right.
But one time, I ran into this email address. Well, before, back then you exchanged emails. Like, you didn't do the picture first. Right. First, you found out if you were interested. This girl's email was Chocoholic Yum.
What the fuck?
And I said, that shit is guaranteed like a good bag of weed. I better email you back real fuck quick.
Oh, Chocoholic Yum.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She honey like the brown sugar.
Sorry, it took me a minute to put that together.
She wanted to be sired by a mandingo. She wanted to give away some fucking reparations all in her bedroom. This motherfucker was like, let me tell you. And I don't know. And I remember the lady. I don't know if Pretty White Girl, if the white man just played you out, or you just had the affinity for that. But shit, that's good advertising. Goddamn. What's that? Wyman Kennedy up here with the big advertising place? She needs a fucking job with them. Chocoholic Yum. Hey, I gotta tell you one thing, girl. If it looks brown when it comes out, it ain't right.
I'll tell you what, that is the most clear and concise email address that I ever had. Like, if I saw that on Tinder ever, I'd be like, left. I am too white for this bitch.
That is an award-winning advertisement. Award-winning advertisement for your vagina. Thank you. Come up here and accept the award for advertising your vagina to black men well.
Dude, that... Didn't he get that girl like advertising rap albums or weed stores or some shit?
I don't know what she's up to now. She was doing things very well back then.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you are advertising queen of the fucking West Coast. You put her on like a rap album or a weed store, that is blowing up. It's going platinum.
Well, that motherfucker had to find out it didn't melt in her mouth. Or your hand.
Oh my God.
Only big Hershey bars. Let it go. I've already talked about my homeboy's wife and some former lover. Goddamn. But you know, I'm living in Portland because I have to calm my nerves, because at this point, I'm listening to the show right now and I'm hyped up because I was listening to an old show and I used to be hella laid back, just chilling.
Yeah, you don't remember Sunday Fun Days?
Sundays Fun Days, because I was super tired. And the other thing was...
And you were super high.
The weed was fucking good.
Still is.
Not saying the weed's not exceptional now, but the weed was fucking good. But now, during the course of the pandemic, I don't know if you're up on this, because Portland, let me just tell you one thing. Portland is a motherfucking shithole.
What's new? It's been a shithole for a long time.
But let me describe another factor that makes it a shithole. Hey, I'm from the city. And gentrification moved me out of my neighborhood, so you get what the fuck you deserve.
Now, hang on. When Oso says he's from the city, I used to go to this club that was affectionately called The Zone at one point. You remember The Zone. Oso Fresh used to work there, and at one point lived across the street and up on the third floor? Second or third floor?
I was like on the 6th floor.
Okay, so he's up on the 6th floor, like right across the street in the middle of downtown. So when Oso Fresh says he's from the fucking city, believe it, all right?
Okay, yes. Thank you.
It was a broom closet that he lived in.
Thank you for that validation. No, my apartment was so small, it was just me and CDs. It was me, CDs, and a bed. It really the fuck was. And I will tell you, you know, I'll even tell you about my little apartment. There was one time I was drunk and I was entertaining.
One time?
Many times I was drunk. But this time I was entertaining, and I had a shelf. I had shelves and shelves of CDs. They're all downstairs in the basement now. Some motherfucker trips and bumps into the shelf and brings down all the fucking CDs. I'm talking probably 200-300 at least. If not more.
Like the fucking Jenga house of CDs. It was all over the place.
If you used to go to Warehouse back in the day, you used to go to Camelot, you used to go to Sam Goody or anything like that, imagine somebody just dumped a whole fucking CD rack in your living room. That's where that happened to me. I was swimming in CDs. And you know my lazy ass didn't pick them up. But what's been happening during the pandemic, because things are getting worse. You know, I'm saying I went through some personal trouble there. But weed stores started getting robbed.
Seriously?
Because the government doesn't allow them to use, regular credit and shit like that.
Right. Yeah,
so you always have to pay in cash. So these motherfuckers are hanging out with cash and weed.
And weed and cash.
And just hanging out in the mini mall like a drug dealer would. And then they get robbed. 200 robberies over the last year and a half.
200? Is that like 200 stores? Like one per store?
Yeah.
There's 200 fucking weed stores in Oregon?
They said there was more than Starbucks. We're talking about Portland, buddy.
Dude, there's more weed stores than strip clubs now? Are you shitting me?
At least you get a guarantee you're going to get something good out of a weed store. Have you ever been to the Pirates Cove?
I used to hang out there with you. The fuck are you talking about?
At least I know the weed's not gonna give me rabies or something I can't take home to my wife. Hey, watch out from the strip clubs, Joe. Watch out! Don't go to the strip club, Joe.
200 fucking weed stores.
200 fucking weed stores get robbed, and that's not all of them. Then the government, not the government. Portland is not a government. I don't know what they do over there.
They're a hot mess.
These motherfuckers said we will allocate $1.3 million into a grant for people who got robbed. Can't fund the fucking police. Yeah, I mean,
weed store owners, this is not financial advice, but if you want to collect some grant money, hit us up, 503-776-0167. I have an idea. I'm not going to say it on the show because the Hype podcast may be admissible in court. We can talk privately.
Hold up. Wait.
I'll tell you straight up, I still got a motherfucking ski mask, and we can really get down to business. We can really get down. Man, we start talking about percentage cuts. Yeah, I have a ski mask.
Hypothetically.
This shit ain't admissible in court.
We hope.
I mean, how many, especially if it's in Northeast Portland or South or East County, how many middle-aged gut pot belly motherfuckers are there out there? They ain't gonna identify me.
That's fair.
Not everybody has a podcast.
Now, why is it this is the first time I'm hearing this? Like, why is nobody fucking covering this? For example, we have all this independent media out there now. Why the fuck isn't like a Ben Shapiro covering this? Or a Tucker Carlson or anybody? I
think they're part of the conspiracy because, to me, the media is just, it's the lie agreed upon, just like history.
What does that even mean?
History is the lie agreed upon?
Okay, I understood that. But
so when you're watching Happy Days, go back to Happy Days. It looked like the good old day. That was a lie agreed upon. If you were black hanging out in the Happy Days time, you weren't even allowed in the goddamn restaurant. So it was not Happy Days. The Happy Days was going on during the fucking the bus boycott.
So you're telling me like the world's most powerful Jew is just like on the Daily Wire every day? Lying?
Okay, see, we're not gonna call him out like that. He's one of God's chosen people. You refer to him lovingly as God, one of God's chosen people.
So what's your problem with Ben Shapiro?
I feel like he starts to make a good point because I'm a person. I'm more of a centrist.
Hang on. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay.
If Ben Shapiro was here, right now, as a matter of fact, we might have him in the building. Hang on.
Ben Shapiro's at my house.
Let me see. Sorry, I got it.
Ain't shit in here kosher.
Sorry, I got to get into this uncomfortable chair. Okay.
This motherfucker.
Okay.
Really.
So I am Ben Shapiro.
You're Ben Shapiro
from the Daily Wire, and I am here on the Hype podcast with Oso Fresh. Is that how you say your name?
So let me.
Is it Mr.? Is it Mr.? Is it DJ?
Can I stop you real quickly, sir? I want to be as respectful as I can because I know you like to get a little bit off the hook, but it's my motherfucking show. They tuned in to hear me, so I can introduce you, but you have no need for introduction.
Listen.
First of all, can I duck a compliment, you fucking short piece of shit. I said you need no introduction. I am trying to give you your props. If you do not know how to accept a compliment, I do not know how you accept criticism. Because I got a whole bunch of criticism for you. So are you gully enough? Did you bring your bulletproof vest? Because this motherfucker spits heat every week.
Okay. Listen. First of all, you can't have a conversation with somebody if they're just gonna continue yelling nonsense. Okay, we're here to talk science, and this isn't science. Fresh.
I am interjecting for a moment since it is my show. I do have the floor. Could you quote me back any of the nonsense that I have spoken to you? Can you quote me back, sir? Because you act like there's a big brain in there. Can you quote me back the nonsense I have spit? I have spoken loudly to you because we are in my fucking home and I determine what the fucking volume is in here. If I say the volume is 7, the volume is 7 all night. So I don't have to speak down. You speak up and you fucking talk like a man. Because goddamn, that man, I really, do you give those eyebrows 100 strokes every night?
Listen, first of all, I'm not tall enough to talk up to you, okay? So I don't raise my voice, as you put it. I speak like an adult, and I ask you a question. I asked you a question, and all you did was just berate me and yell at me, okay? There's no way that we can have a conversation as adults if you're going to speak in that tone.
See, what you're seeing right here is can't. And I have a positive home. I have a positive home that is built on fucking positivity. And you're saying you can't. So I can tell you, I'll give you a whole bunch of cans. Because there's things that we do in here. Number one, in this home, because I don't think you've ever been in a home like this, because this is excellence, black excellence. I don't think you've been around enough black excellence. Do you want to rub my hand? So how's it goes? This home is a positive place, number one. And number two, we don't say can't. What you can do is get the fuck out. There's a whole bunch of can-dos. I don't have enough fingers to list the can-dos you can do. I mean, what you can do is you can sit on your finger and fucking spin, because you know what? I like your point sometimes, but motherfucker, watch your tone when you speak to this.
Look, okay, if you don't want to listen to me, then who do you listen to? Do you listen to like some nonsense from like Tucker Carlson? Is that who you get all your news from? Because you have this attitude like you're better than me because maybe you're a little bit taller.
No, I have this attitude like I'm better than you because I just am better than you. And the thing is, if we got into a debate about who was better, you would lose. So that would make me better, you in essence. So next time, bring your fucking championship belt down to the fucking arena and you can get body slammed. I mean, really,
maybe before I go, how about I just bring in Tucker Carlson so you can try and talk to him like that and see how far that gets you.
You can go ahead and bring him in, sir. Bring him in. Bring them in. I've never had this many famous people at my house at the same time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hype Podcast tonight. I am Tucker Carlson. I am here with Oh So Fresh. Now, I heard your interview with Ben just now, and I understand that you didn't answer any questions, and this is the problem today. People have a problem with interviews and modern journalism.
How can you really tell the news and you couldn't see the difference between an interview and a verbal lashing? I set that man straight. I fixed his little red wagon. I sent him back home. That was not an interview. That was a man who interrupted my show, the most important show in the fucking world. Because really, people that get disrespected all the time watch Fox News. Just understand that.
Show in the world.
Sir, this is how it really works. This ain't Fox News. I fucking finish. That's how it really works.
Well, we certainly know after this talk.
Well, and I also own the mute button, so you could just shut the fuck up. And we are not trying to get you to invest in gold during the fucking episode.
No, we're attempting to have intelligent conversation. And you can't do that with somebody who's gone to 2 Ivy League schools and is the heir to the Swanson Empire when you're talking to somebody who just won't listen.
See, the thing is, I am listening. I'm listening, and that's how I'm just slicing the shit of you like a Ginsu knife. Like, I mean, the Swanson Empire, man, I love those TV dinners. And you know that you were as soft as that fucking turkey that you put in there? I mean, like shitting on you was like putting my toe in some of those mashed potatoes. No, when they're defrosted, not when they're cold, because they're tough then. They're tough then. Your Swanson shit's a weapon when it's cold. But I want to tell you, hey, props to you. You did well for yourself. You pay dues, but don't you ever come up in my motherfucking house and act like you own shit. The microphone's mine, the computer's mine, the internet's mine. Everything is fucking mine right now. But hey, Tucker Carlson, I would like to borrow one of your bow ties.
Well, perhaps if you don't want to listen to reason, maybe.
If I want to listen to your reason, I can just fucking hit the mute button once again. Shit, who got the power here? You ever heard that Snap song? I got the power. Yeah. So are you ready? Are you ready to engage? Sir, you can give me a nod of your head because I have your microphone cut off. Are you ready to engage, sir? See, isn't it crazy when you treat a white boy like a fucking monkey?
Well, now we know where Oh So Fresh stands on white people. Perhaps he listens.
All on your neck.
Perhaps he listens to Tim Pool, an independent journalist who has no opinions and has no feelings.
Who the fuck is Tim Pool?
Wait a minute. Scene. You don't know who the fuck Tim Pool is?
No, Tim. There was a Tim Pool I grew up with. He stole my bike. You know, Tim. I think there's a Tim Pool that lives down the street. Now, if you know where the Tim Pool is I grew up with that stole my bike, you tell me where that motherfucker lives. I want my Huffy BMX the fuck back. Now, the Tim Pool.
How do you not know who Tim Pool is?
I don't fuck with Tim Pool. Dude. You've already brought out 3 subpar characters. I mean, people who can't even deliver straight news.
Dude, no, okay. I like Tim Pool, but here's my problem with him. You never know where this guy really stands. Like, especially like with Joe Rogan nowadays. There
Joe Rogan stands in Spotify's pocket. That's what Joe Rogan stands. Joe Rogan went from running MMA to being Spotify's fucking bitch. I mean,
Joe Rogan, we love you, especially if you want to give us some of that fucking Spotify money.
I mean, because Joe Rogan, they didn't even stroke his head when they fucking.
They didn't have to. He shaves it. It's fine.
I mean, if you go fuck a Joe Rogan, at least stroke the bald head.
Dude,
no, they didn't pat him on his head.
I wish we could get like Tim Pool on the Hype podcast, because I'd love to see you just shit on him the whole time.
And to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with conservative commentators.
Right.
I have a problem with Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson, because I think they distort things and they don't make it. Like, I am not a fan. And another motherfucker I hate? I hate Trevor Noah too. So if you want to balance it out, I can't stand Trevor Noah. Like, the most. I mean, goddamn. If you are black and you watch Trevor Noah, there's something fucking wrong with you, because that motherfucker makes fun of your black ass every night. Every time a foreigner does a black accent and he's acting like that's fucking funny, no, you're making fun of us. You fucking piece of shit.
No, that is what
he grew a fucking afro. Just because you're African don't mean you grow a fucking afro.
That is one thing
that's an American thing.
That's one thing that gets me about all those fucking guys that we're talking about right now, is their voices. Like the fucking Tucker Carlson that sounds like a pompous cunt. Ben Shapiro sounds and looks like the kid you wanted to beat up in grade school. Trevor Noah looks like the fucking dude on the soccer team who's like, he scored one goal, and just smokes weed with everybody.
You know what Trevor Noah does to piss me off?
Breathes.
This motherfucker has pictures of all the people like celebrities, because I don't like a lot of celebrities. Sure. He has a picture with everyone I fucking like. I've never.
You want to know why they do that?
I mean, because his comedy specials are like airplane food. It's all right. It'll get you there. And somebody asked me, "Well, don't you watch The Daily Show?" Fuck no.
Dude,
I mean, what's the Daily?
You know why Trevor Noah has pictures with all your favorite celebrities? You ever heard of affirmative action hire? He's an affirmative action photo. They're like, yeah, I guess we got to do this. I guess
Jon Stewart's done.
Yeah, right.
Jon Stewart's done. Yeah, right. Oh, I watched Jon Stewart's show. Oh, let me just shit equally. Jon Stewart's show is the fucking worst. He goes, the problem, you're the fucking problem. He got this bitch on there talking about, I have a college degree, and she was in front of Congress. I have a college degree, and I'm in poverty. Well, shit, you didn't have a college degree and keeping your fucking legs closed. You're fucking living in poverty because your ass can't, because you got to worry about fucking childcare. I don't care. Baby, you can raise a baby by yourself all you want, but at least make sure before you accept a deposit that you got enough in your bank account to cover the check.
Dude, my biggest problem is when all these fucking people go, well, I'm an independent journalist, right? Independent. Bitch, you got sponsors.
There's no independent journalism. Independent journalism is
we're independent.
The independent journalist is that crazy motherfucker next to the homeless camp yelling out whatever he wants to fucking say. That's independent journalism.
What about us? What about us? We're independent.
We're not journalists.
What do you mean? We're
not journalists. We're just the most dangerous podcast you could ever fucking listen to.
Because we give you the business, not the news.
We give you the business. You gotta lock your doors when we're coming through. Now, I will tell you, I said for $500 you can do a pop-up instant. I did say that. And also, I do want you to donate on our Patreon. Become a contributor. $1 a month. Less than feeding a fucking kid in Africa. You got a black guy right here in America. Why you can't feed
Patreon?
Patreon.
You got to make it sound exotic. People like it when shit sounds exotic.
Hey, Joe. Hey, fucking Joe. Fuck you, Joe.
Hey, Joe, for a monthly donation.
Jojo, that was his name.
For a monthly donation of only $1.
Only $1.
I will let your wife hear Diesel Fresh once a month. Without fail.
No, I got to take one swipe at Joe's wife because I know Joe's wife. Don't be talking about fucking Joe's wife.
I said Diesel Fresh. I didn't say anything about me.
His wife don't need to know shit about no fucking Diesel Fresh. There are boundaries to this shit. If we're gonna be sponsored by Joe cut off the $1. Shit. $20 is $20.
You know what? We should start running we should run our own gimmick. We'll call it Dollar Date Night with Diesel Fresh.
Man, they dollar fucking date night. What kind of 2-bit whore you think I am?
So for every $100,
I mean, $1. That you can't even get a handy in the McDonald's parking lot for $1.
For every dollar,
at least the price of a large fry.
For every $1,
I guess
out of $50 that you ladies donate, we'll let Diesel Fresh give you a shout out.
Okay, so back out of pimping me out because I really
he said back out of pimping me out
because that's really not the case. You know, as I'm getting closer and closer to Christmas right now, and first time this year because I have a camera like everybody else does right out front, so I see everything that comes and goes. Yeah, please don't check my camera. So I'm sitting there and I get a package for Lydia. And I'm like, you know, because the former owner of this house, she still gets mail here. And
okay.
I get a package for fucking Lydia.
I was like, do you have a new roommate that I don't know about? Did you name your couch? What happened?
Yeah, Lydia. Yeah, look at that hole in the couch. It's Lydia now. I branded the couch. You might want to sit on the floor when we watch movies now, because Lydia doesn't like everybody on top of her anymore.
What did Lydia get? Was it an Amazon package? FedEx? What happened?
She got a whole bunch of coffee, and I'm looking at it. I was like, okay, maybe. Because sometimes I'll get some shit and I'll forget I ordered it.
Okay.
I opened it up and I'm like, wow, this smells good. There's a whole bunch of coffee.
Do you ever give yourself a different name?
No, I don't look at the name.
Like late night, Friday night, you're online shopping. Maybe you had one too many Valium and a glass of wine and you're just like, I am Lydia tonight.
Motherfucker, that is
going to order me some coffee.
One too many Valium and a glass of wine. That is officially white girl wasted. Suburban white girl wasted. Got a good job. Go make it there on Monday, white girl wasted.
Right. I'm going to surprise myself with gifts that I don't remember.
My husband stays at the bar too late all the time. White girl wasted. That's what that is. A Valium and a glass of wine. It ain't a glass. It's a bottle, bitch.
So let me. I gotta break this off real quick. And I was going to ask you something when I first got here, but I forgot, and now I just remembered. So I have to get this off my chest. What the fuck is with you parking the caddy in my spot?
So check this out. I just felt like parking on the fucking street.
It's been that way for 3 weeks. I let it slide for 2 of the 3 weeks. Now I have questions. I feel like it's personal now.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you for real. The Cadillac belongs to Diesel fucking Fresh. And Diesel fucking Fresh will park that Cadillac wherever he wants to. Same way he'll park it in that ass, baby. The Cadillac is Diesel Fresh's, and if I want to park across the street so nobody can get by in traffic, that's what I'll do. Because that's that Diesel Fresh Cadillac. Because you know that Cadillac is long.
Oh, God, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh, so you already know, so it's about that time to go. We got to get the fuck out of here because Oh So Fresh is about to get hot and bothered, and that bothers me, so I'm going to run away. Thank you so much for joining us this week on The Hype Podcast. I'm the host with no name.
I'm DJ Oh So Fresh.
You can hit us up 503-776-0167 or at The Hype Podcast on Facebook.com/The Hype.
So if you believe in Black Lives Matter and you want to make this Oreo cookie of a life matter, you should go to Patreon and become a contributor. You can start at $1. At $20, we start mentioning your name. And yeah, Joe, let me tell you something, Joe. I'm no whore. I'm not giving out any more fucking freebies because this has been a freebie, Joe. And look me in the eye, Joe. Look me in the eye. It's a freebie, but look me in the eye. I at least deserve your respect, Joe.
And don't forget, as soon as you hit $100, you get a custom Hype Podcast t-shirt for free, courtesy of Oh So Fresh. And if you're real nice with a little bit of spice, maybe from Diesel Fresh too.
So I have to say here that when it comes to Portland, one of Portland's many flaws is that we have weed stores that are very robbable. But one of our other flaws is we might have given the Chicago Bulls COVID so bad that they cannot perform, that they have to take a week off. The Chicago Bulls were here a month ago. And right now, all of them have COVID. And they they can't play in the game. They have to take 2 games off. Now I'm sitting there going, welcome to Portland. Hope you got that shit at Voodoo Donuts. And one more thing I got to say, because we just didn't get a chance to talk about this on the show. Orenthal J. Simpson, hey, good luck to you being off parole. Because, motherfucker, if you believe in the same legal system that puts a motherfucker in jail, then you believe in the same legal system that exonerates somebody. Why do you hate O.J. Simpson? Were you there when he killed the motherfucker? And Chris Rock said it best. He said, I don't say I would have killed the bitch, but I understand. I mean, the bitch getting ran in an apartment I'm fucking paying for, and the hottest piece of ass O.J. Simpson will probably ever fucking have. Like, when you go to the top of the mountain, it's hard falling back down. It's hard. It's hard going back to fucking them ugly hoes you had before O.J., so he had to kill the bitch. So, I want to make sure you donate on Patreon. And we'll see you right before Christmas. This is the Hype Podcast.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yes, that was awesome.